Hey YouTube, this is the third video for today. I think this might be the final video I do today. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know yet. I just decided to go ahead and do a selfie. I haven't done that one in a while, for those wondering. This is going to be more of a tangent video. What it means is that I'm going to be talking about different things. What's mainly on my, mainly what I'm concerned about at the moment. More or less. I'm literally just going to put on there a tangent. I'm just going to put a rant video, basically. And it is basically a rant video. So, some of y'all, if you watch some of my videos, will know that my roommate got arrested. I can't say what specifically for, because it is not made public knowledge yet. And until they do, I'm not going to do anything on that part. But because of what he did, he has my roommate, is currently sitting in jail. Waiting on, I think they call it arraignment, I think, where they talk about guilty or non-guilty, basically, from what I understand. Or, that's basically what they're going to start with. And then, which, coincidentally enough, they sent a paper here saying that he has to appear on the 24th. Reason why I'm kind of like wondering why is because he's already sitting in jail. Why would they send a paper here that he has to be, unless he's out on bail, or it just didn't recognize? I'm guessing it's separate one, because I don't know. Because he would have been back here by now if he was. I'm just saying. In fact, we would have already had a lot of discussion if that was the case. So, anywho, the biggest rant I got about on this video is going to be, like I said, it's going to be that. And the reason why it's called a rant is because I can't really do anything right in a second, because I can't do a whole lot right in the moment because of the fact that I don't want to progress too much, and all of a sudden he's back in the picture again, because, that's going to suck. So, not for me, but it just in general, I would hate to do a lot of extra work, and then also, hey, I'm back in the game, basically. And what I mean by that is I don't want to get ready for running I don't want to get ready for rent. I can't rent a room out the way it sits, and I cannot. Well, I can do some work to make it more rentable, but I cannot rent a room out yet, because of the fact that I gotta find out what is going on first. And that's what happens when you do a deal, is that when you do a deal where it's kind of unprecedented, I have to wait and see what happens. So, do I know for sure? I can't do squat. More or less. For those wondering, I'm walking around looking at different things. Now, I have some ideas and theories about what I want to do. Even if he does come back, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do them anyway. This wall, the wall I cleaned out in this corner, by the way. For those wondering, this is going to be a tool room. Don't care if he comes back or not, it's going to be a tool room. Sorry. Not sorry. But, anyway. Try to show you this, guys. Let's see, you guys are probably, okay, there's an outlet right there. And there's also an outlet way down there. There's an outlet on the bottom. Just take my word for it, there's way down there bottom. And of course, it's just this one. Now, I was wondering, why would I care if they have outlets in that room? Well, I don't need those two outlets. So, and I'm trying to get some light in this sucker. Crap. Alright, let's see what here he goes, and I'll just explain over here. That room that he is renting, and well, he's currently, well, I mean, I guess he's currently renting. Well, yeah, it would be currently, I think. So the room he's currently renting is, it's missing. It's not missing. It does not have power in 2 of the outlets, plus and that's basically it. And I have no idea why. Now, one of them does work, but the other 2 do not. So out of the 3 that's in that room, 2 do not work, which is not a problem for him at all. He doesn't care, because he would just, he would use his cord and drag it over. Like I said, not a problem for him. So what I'm thinking about doing, since I don't know him anyway, I don't need those 2 actual. I think that the breakers do not work with them. I think, I don't know. So I'm thinking about doing is cutting, following the wire that's in these 2 rooms for this room here with the 2 lights, because it is pretty exposed pretty easily. That's one of the benefits actually having a ceiling type like this, is that I can trace the wires where they go, and I can figure out which wire is what, and I can try it around and see if it's just a broken wire. I don't know if it's broke up somewhere between here to the breaker, or if it's from that room to the socket. So don't know, but I do know the one over in this, like I said, it's gonna be tool room, is good, because I did test it out with my air, with a fan to see if it would work, and it does. Works just fine. So if I take those 2, obviously it's wired upstairs correctly, and I run it into this room and tied it to the main wires for this one. We can turn around. I can turn around and determine if it's the wire that's going upstairs or a wire that goes to the conduit in the wall in that room, and I'll find out real quickly in a hurry. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run and see what it does. Now I'm hoping it's just a wire from there to the conduit to the breaker box somewhere. If it is, because all the upstairs ones do work just fine. It's kind of really weird. Every freaking outlet in the house works except for these 2, the one in this room, and it's only half of this room. Because the rest of them work just fine. Bathrooms work just fine. The room across from it works just fine. The one in here works perfectly fine. The one right here, next to the router and the you can sort of see it, but not really. Router's at, and where where I have my vinyl records and all that work just fine. Everything else works just fine. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like I say, it could be, like I said, it could be faulty wiring out there. Who knows? That's the whole point. Either way, if he comes back here or not, I still want to find out and put power to that wall, as that socket. And I don't need those 2 anyway. So if that's what makes it work, because I'm hoping that's what it is. Now, if it's not, then I have to redo. I'm gonna redo the paneling in there anyway. So I can just, at the point, I can just put a brand new. We can rewire that room correctly to a certain point. We know it has voltage and not. So therefore, in theory, we can actually fix that correctly. So, and all this stuff is redoable. And before somebody has a heart attack, I know somebody actually watches this and they're not familiar with my channel, or guys, I have solder stick weatherproof, okay, and I also have a Wagner. I don't know if it can actually show on the camera right or not. Probably reverse it. I don't know. It could be just me. It could be correct on your screen. I have a Wagner heat gun. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, nothing's. We're actually sane here. Okay, at least I am. I do stuff the correct way. But I am going to loose connect it to see if that's the case. And then obviously if it is, now I'm not gonna lie about it. If option A is, hey, look, there's some kind of wire going between here and a breaker box that's messed up, I'm not gonna play figuring out what it is on that point. I'll just, like I said, now what I mean by that is, if I take the wiring out of these two holes, which is why I'm doing these two, and run it through here, and tag into it, and it gives power. That means that from somewhere here, from this room to the breaker box, so that wire is somewhere messed up. Which is, like I said, weird because everything else in the house is fine, but it could be individually wired up differently on the breaker, because who knows how they wired it up in this booker. I ain't gonna lie. Wasn't here when I built it, so have no idea. But at that point, if it's that, I'm just gonna like, okay, not a problem. I'll take apart, shut it off, re-weld it. I'll actually, like I said, I'll shut this room off specifically. Well, to that spot, I know which one's for that breaker for that one. And then boom, we'll weld it correctly. Obviously. Now, if it is not that, and then we do have a multimeter testing that actually gets power to this the wire junction box, whatever up here, and it's just somewhere between, between here to the room, we can figure that out and we can redo it. And I can just put that one back where they belong over here. Not a problem. And like I said, I have solder joints, solder sticks that solder in them, and I'll just heat it. I heat them up, and boom, it solders it perfectly just fine. So there's no problem. So win-win for everybody if you think about it. And it's watertight, which this thing doesn't get water, but it's the only thing I got is the watertight ones. So I work on vehicles all the time, and it's not a bad idea when you're working on vehicles, like, to do your stereo if you don't feel like really soldering stuff. It's kind of like a shortcut, in my opinion. Just a little bit easier. Better saving time, honestly. Kind of like it a lot. I ain't gonna lie. So, there's that. Also, so that is going to be what's going to happen on that. I'm hoping that it's, honestly, I don't really care if it's the wire going up there it's wrong, or if it's a wire in the walls. I kind of prefer if it was a wire in the walls close to here, because that means I can actually rewire what was in the room correctly down to that, if that's the case, and that way I can just return that back to here, which I don't care if I do it or not. That's why I said if I plug it in there and it works just fine, Bob's your uncle, I don't give a crap. But if it's because I'm not gonna fish and play with the one to the, because that could be anywhere. And I am not about to do that. But if it's, like I said, if it's in this room, walls underneath the panel and whatnot, that's a different story. I can actually fix that, and we can, because I already panel it anyway, it's not a big deal. And I can figure out what that is at that point, and that would be awesome. I mean, that would be ideal, actually, because if it's, that would be ideals. That would really be ideal, because that would means I can actually get away with fixing that correctly, and it'd be perfect, and I can take that back and put it back on there. And then, boom, Bob's your uncle on that one. Love that idea, actually. But, like I said, I got a feeling is something is not in this room, per se. I have a feeling it is, like, somewhere that is wired up to somewhere between here, from this room to the breaker box. I have a feeling on that. And, like I said, I am not playing that needle in the haystack. There is not happening. I do not care. I'll just simply, like I said, I'll just divert, because that means these two work, and they'll obviously work just fine. So, no big deal. And then that would give me power correctly to this room, which needs it, and this room that does not. Because all I really need for this room is to do that. And obviously the one for the electric part for the heater, which is not tied into this right here. So, just saying. So, more or less, that's all I need it for. So I don't need the other two plugs. No big deal. That's enough of that rant. As far as power goes, also, my buddies gave me ideas on how to fix the, a couple of my buddies actually, give me ideas to make the bathtub actually down here work correctly, since I do have running water to it. I know this is gonna sound weird, but it does have running water to it. We just don't have it. I don't know why it won't. Right. I'm just gonna be honest. I have no idea. It's been that way for years. I don't know. I mean, it may work. I'm just kidding. It's not gonna work. I gotta take and actually get them adapted to shark bait fittings apparently, and then run PVC for on there. And they know what they're doing. They'll tell me what parts I need to buy. I buy them. It gets put in. I buy the shower unit part because I obviously know how to do that part. And then Bob's your uncle. And then, that, and I gotta replace a piece of plywood, take it out, get it put in that one, buy some more that tile crap to make it, the white crap to make it look like a tile, actual bathroom room, part of the tub scenery, and that's pretty cheap. And after that, just get it cleaned up and should be done. They'll have a working full shower down here, which will be amazing. I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be really big time game changer for down here anyway, especially in winter. That's huge. Huge, my man. That way I ain't gotta freeze my balls off. You know what I'm saying. Going from stairs down to here, because I do have fully functioning tower. I just do not have one down here yet. Keywords, yet. The bath, I gotta fix the toilet down here also. It's still leaking really bad. It's only $100 for the toilet itself, plus taxes if I go get it locally, which we're gonna do. Lowe's has one. And then just get a standard O-ring, not O-ring, but the toilet ring crap, which is about $5-6, not a big deal. And then Bob's your uncle, it's not hard to hook up the rest of it, literally. And then I should take care of all the bathroom problems down here. And then, like I said, that'll make it that much easier. Now, the other thing I gotta do down here is that I'm looking at it kind of angry, like that sucks, but it's been doing like that for years. I need to replace the kitchen sink that's down here eventually. That's gonna be not depending on what route I want to do. To be honest, is how expensive that's gonna be. I'm just gonna be plain and blunt and honest about it. If it's, I mean, I could get away with build it myself and make it not that pretty looking, not yet, but I can make it work just fine. Or I might just build I can build a cabinet for it, not a fancy cabinet. It wouldn't have doors per se on it because I like my stuff open. I ain't gonna lie, it makes it easier instead of opening the door up. I know it takes 3 seconds. I know so I was like, well, it takes 3 seconds. You can just build your doors. I get that. Honestly, I'm not oblivious to that fact. Okay, I'm not. Surely, honestly, I'm not oblivious to that. Like, no shit, Sherlock Holmes. But I just don't want to be honest. Kind of lazy. Plus, I like the open design, honestly, better. I know it's gonna sound weird, but it is what it is. Or I can, and like I said, that venture is probably between $100 and $150 if I do it myself, because I already have a lot of screws already, and I got some of the wood. When I say some, I mean some. I would do it the 4x4 standard. I would make it probably, I want to say stomach level, right? Yeah. Or I'm about stomach level, between stomach and a little higher. I don't know yet. I would use this table. I don't know if you guys really can't see it, can you? Well, it's sort of. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I would use this table. I would use it as a countertop, clean it up, scratch it, resurface it. Not scratch it, but I would sand it, stain it, make it look. I would reuse it, make a much smaller. By the way, it would be huge. It need to be small, and just build a. Like I said, basically a base on it. Like I said, 4x4s. Like I said, trim it down to the size I want, and then run a stupid 2x4 or whatever out on all 4 corners, and then brace it on the 2 and inside the center. Do the same thing on top. Bob's your uncle. Screw this on the top. Drill 4 holes. Measure for the stupid sink, obviously, before you do that. Silicone it when you got the shape I desire I want. Pop it around on top of there. Ta-da! It's working. sink fixed. I mean, it's not that difficult, guys. Honestly, if you can tape measure, you can square things up with a squeeze square, you'd be golden. So that's all we're gonna know on that one done. And I probably will honestly do that because it's a lot cheaper than actually buying a one that's already pre-built for like $300. Yeah, just saying, it's a little expensive. No, I don't mean cabinet either. I mean, the one I was looking at for $300 was, it straight up had like stainless steel, open design. That was never going to rust hardly because it was stainless steel. Sink was included, built into it. The washer was built into it. It was like all the handle and everything was built into it. It looks really nice. It's designed for a more of a like a restaurant style sink, like you would find in. I don't want to say no. That one's more hugely industrial. It's more of an industrial look, but not super industrial like McDonald's or Arby's or whatever like that. But it is the same kind of design. Some restaurants would have that. I feel like they would have some of them, but it would be a little bit bigger with a bigger basin on it, honestly. But kind of same concept, honestly. Which I'm kind of digging it. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm kind of like, don't want to DIY it. Spend the time, saw it, stain it, cut it. Well, it's saw it. My bad. And then just throw it on there. And yes, I would put sides on it before somebody says that in the comment section below. Yes, I actually would have sides on it. It wouldn't just be an open cabinet, okay? You would be just insides open, okay? Because I know somebody's going to say that in the comment section if they actually watch the video and whatnot. They're going to actually be like, yes, it will have, the sides will be closed, okay? I promise you if I did that, I would do it the right way. Well, semi-right. I just won't have anything in the middle. Or I could, or I would do like the side, all the outside would look good, and then I would maybe put like one part of it in there, maybe like the cheap chip board or whatever, MDF, or AKA crap board, or and then on both sides, and then just have like a pipes running up, so it's still semi easy access. I don't know yet. Kind of debating on it. Ain't gonna lie. Because that'd be a whole lot cheaper to do, and honestly, I don't know. And it also would free up, also would use up something I would already sell if I didn't. Because I mean, I'll be honest about it, if I don't, then I don't really know what to do with this piece, honestly. No, I did not buy it extra. For those who are wondering, I actually have it in, it's one of those things we had at the house already, and the reason why we have it extra is because the fact that the person, my mom thought it was a, I don't know why we got that, actually, to be honest with you. We had it for years. But I tell you what she was using it for. She was using it for a catch-all. And, no, I'm not, like I said, I'm tearing apart and cleaning my brother and whatnot to make this house look really nice. So I'm actually at the basement, obviously, which is the first floor. This is technically a two-story, somebody would say that, two-story house technically. It's got 2 floors, so take it as you will. Yeah, I'm living on the bottom floor. He's living on the top floor, so no problems there. To be honest with you, the layout's way different too. Like, this is actually more comfortable in my opinion than the one upstairs, but that's just a personal opinion and personal taste. The upstairs one is not bad either, to be honest. You could definitely live in it just fine for years, done it for years. It's not really that bad. Good size living room, good size dining room. This one doesn't have a dining room per se. It has a, I mean, unless you want to consider, well, I guess I could put that as a dining room in that corner, to be honest. I don't know about that. Or make one of those fold-up tables that pop up. Well, maybe I could use that for that if I don't do that. Maybe. Just maybe. But definitely am going to do the kitchen on the... So I actually might have found a use for it. If I don't, just bolt this that wall, and then I'll make it like a little dining room area if I want to eat it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm liking that idea, to be honest. But I also like the idea of being able to maybe fold down too if I did. It wouldn't mean by that fold down. Maybe stayed on these 2 things, and then when I'm not in use, I can just go and it goes right to the, you know. Because I don't believe in the, I'm like, I like having extra space and unused space. I kind of like the look of it. I ain't gonna lie about it. I might do that, to be honest with you. That might happen. I don't know yet. I'm debating on it, honestly. Then I was kind of weird. I'm actually honestly debating on that. I was like, or I could do that over here too. To be honest, I don't know yet. You never know. I might want to do that. I might just where this is pretty good size. I can have two people here. Take the leg right off, obviously, bolt it to this wall, and thunk, thunk. And if I just want to get a refrigerator, I can just put it over there because they're not that big, to be honest with you. And that would actually kind of clean up that area a little bit, just a tad bit. So I know some people would say that's kind of weird to have a refrigerator, but you know, they don't stick out that huge. So I don't know yet. That's kind of, it's like I said, it's up in the air. Maybe I will use this for a sink, or I can use it for you know, nice fold dinner table. Who knows? Make use for whatever space I got, right? Don't know you about that, man. Tell you what I am doing. Thinking about well, I can't really do it with this stupid camera this way. I'm not used to this way. But anyway, this is enough for a rant video. I'm just, like I said, to recap on some of the stuff. Kind of deciding on what to do as far as my current roommate in jail. Like I said, I gotta wait till he gets front of verdict and whatnot before I can actually make any major decisions on that. I am, regardless of whatever decision he does decide to do, if whatever happens, I'm still gonna do the light thing. I mean, not light, but the put power to the room thing. I'm definitely gonna get the toilet done. That's not negotiable. It is happening there soon. I'm also going to do the tub thing, that, you know, get the tub fully functional and whatnot. That's non-negotiable. It's getting done. After that, I don't really, you know, there's not much else I got to do down here, to be honest. Other than make it the panels put in there, put brand new panels in that room. If I'm going to make it a room, if I want to rent it, or if I want to rent it out and make it look nice, that would be the best way to do it. And also have to put a nice light source in there. Because most people do like light, you know, despite, you know, I don't think they want that kind of crap, you know. That's a motorcycle, for those who are wondering. Just a thought. Other than that, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it makes it easier for me to sell, but they're easier to rent. And then I already figured out a couple ideas for as far as the door stuff, because currently these don't actually have real door frames. I mean, they do, but they remember that they don't actually have doors in them, obviously, because I'm standing right here, and you know, big ass wide door frame. So I'm kind of wondering what I want to do on that. It's not wide enough, unfortunately, to like this one's pretty tight. I ain't gonna lie. I wish this one was kind of like what that one was, to be honest. And that would be a lot better, and you would have a little bit more extra room. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm thinking about just doing one of those, make it more renty ready for them. Is I would want to see if, well, I would buy a few options and see what they would want to do. If because that way I have a couple options for them on deck. That way they don't, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Obviously not a problem with my current roommate. It might not even be a problem with my other one. Who knows? I don't know. I'm prepared. Like I said, I'm preparing for the worst. That way, if something happens, and who knows, maybe I just won't rent out. Who knows? Maybe I just fix all this stuff or make my house look better. I'm down for that too. Who knows? But as always, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Enjoy y'all's, hopefully, decent good day. Bye.